Welcome back to Real Phonies, where we take a love for movies and television and combine it with very little knowledge about movies and television. I'm your host, Christian. Joined with me is Joseph, as always.
Yellow.
And back again for numero quatro, Jason Hurt.
How's it going?
Becoming a regular thing.
Yeah, I know.
We just
like
rotate you and Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be great. We're going to bring some news to you. Joseph, you got a long list of interesting subjects, I'm assuming.
I have a medium list of somewhat interesting subjects.
Okay, that'll do.
I'm going to start with the weird Sonic the Hedgehog poster that got leaked this week.
I don't think it was official.
A lot of people thought it was fake, but then I think it got confirmed by someone in the studio that it was a real photo. It's the one I saw is like him on top of the Golden Gate Bridge with kind of like the after image of him like running around.
Yeah.
His weird, skinny but muscular, furry legs in like a selfie picture. It's fucking weird.
There's a second one that also came out. This one was officially released. This one, it was like just his outline where you could see that he is furry, like almost like the light on his points or whatever the frick you would call it on Sonic, kind of like shines through where the fur is thin. It's weird. It's not what I thought Sonic would look like in live action. But to be fair, I never thought we'd see Sonic in live action.
I'm not sure we needed to.
I definitely don't think we needed to. I mean, I was a Nintendo household, so I don't have any strong attachments to Sonic.
None of that Sega bullshit.
Yeah, none of that Sega bullshit. But it's strange looking. I don't really know. I hate using terms like this, but it's got some real uncanny valley issues. Like it's creepy.
Why do you hate that term? It's such a useful term.
I don't know. I just hate using sort of insidery terms that aren't insider,
All right. If they're not insider, then everyone...
But, I mean, a lot of people use them like, oh, this is some cool thing I know,
That's fair.
But if it's been a joke on 30 Rock, it's not insider.
That's also like most of our podcasts.
Yeah.
I feel like...
Us faking it.
Exactly. I feel like we're going for exactly that aesthetic of the kind of person that casually uses
The name of the show is Real Phony.
Yeah.
Maybe this was the point where I turned heel. I just took off my shirt and it says NWO underneath.
Yeah.
They the other thing, there was an image, I don't know if you guys saw this, that was apparently from early in pre-production.
Yeah.
And it was released along with like a cast list of who they wanted. And so like I guess the main character was a cop and it ended up being James Marsden.
Appropriate.
But the photo is Chris Pratt as this cop like sitting in a cop car and Sonic is sitting behind him. And he has two eyes, which people have a real issue with because Sonic infamously only has one eye with two pupils, which is weird.
But I mean, that's like a stylized thing. Lots of cartoons have the two eyes together.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a biologic thing.
Oh,
for sure, it has to be two eyes, right? With two pupils. The other thing was like James Marsden and whoever the voice of Sonic is, I can't know. None of them are on the list of actors for either of those roles. So it's like 15 names for each, and everyone's like, no, I'm not doing that. I will not be in a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Chris Pratt and Tom Holland were the top choices.
Those are really different things. Oh, you mean like for Sonic and Hedgehog? Okay, I thought
Tom
you meant,
Holland was supposed to
for
be
the cop.
Yeah, Tom Holland was supposed to be Sonic, and which I don't know if he would be in a British Sonic, which I kind of would be down for, but.
Oh no, I don't like that. Yeah, it's funny to me. We just came off the heels of the
Pokemon,
the Detective Pikachu trailer, which for the first time made like textures to what were otherwise poorly drawn lines on an animated game and TV show, and that seemed to work a lot better in the trailer for me. For the most part, there's a couple weird ones in there, but yeah, definitely putting fur on Sonic just feels like a different wrong thing.
I think Detective Pikachu made a great choice in not showing us anything until the trailer.
Yeah.
There was no Pokemon leak or anything like that until we saw the trailer. So it's really hard to judge this Sonic without seeing him in action, but now I don't even want to see him in action.
Agreed.
Yeah, because if you would have saw pictures of Detective Pikachu beforehand, it probably would have seemed like, oh, this is going to be lame. But when you saw the trailer, and the trailer was fucking awesome, you know, it worked. So,
well, I didn't mean to order it this way. We're going to go kind of from most bizarre downward. Benicio del Toro has been cast as Swiper in the live action. Is it a live action?
It's live action.
Yeah. Dora the Explorer movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
I can't believe this is actually a thing. It makes me so happy.
It just seems so frightening to me.
Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be voice only. It would be awesome if like you had this little like 14-year-old actress like acting against Benicio del Toro in like a motion capture suit being Swiper. This movie's going to be ridiculous.
I can't imagine because he's just so terrifying. He's a terrifying person all the time. Why would you put him in a kids movie?
Which one's better, him or Javier Bardem?
I think Benicio del Toro has more natural menace just standing around with his face.
I don't know. Javier Bardem is really scary to me, but
it's a very like odd, craggy face he's got.
I don't know. This movie's going to be dumb, and I can't wait to watch it.
But I'm going to learn Spanish. I'm very excited about it. Rojo, azul. Rojo, azul.
You watched a lot of Dora.
I watched too much, and I was too old.
Yeah, my kids watch it now.
So more updates on the new Mandalorian TV show. We've also confirmed that Carl Weathers, famous from Predator and Rocky movies, and
Happy Madison, Happy Gilmore.
Gilmore, yep.
Arrested Development.
Yeah, I was going to say Arrested Development, and director and general creepy guy Werner Herzog.
He's a weird dude.
He's a very strange dude.
I'm so into that. I will give $20 American just to hear him say the Force is not with you. that would be dope.
Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian, the main character in this new series. They have a lot of people in this.
A lot of good people.
Yeah.
The directors are good, and the cast is pretty good. And I don't know. I'm getting hyped.
I appreciate the amount of effort they're sinking into it.
The fact that they have so many people in it is making me wonder what it's going to be. Like, is it going to be like an anthology or something?
It is.
Where everything is a different... Well, then that makes a lot of sense for all these people.
I don't know that we got that confirmed, but I think we've posited that on this podcast, that maybe the connective tissue in all this will simply be Pedro Pascal.
Right.
And that all of these big... Because, these are some...
what if this is the live-action Cowboy Bebop?
That would be crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's kind of not that far off.
Yeah. No, it could be definitely like an inspiration, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm really looking forward to it. I also heard rumor that maybe Sabine from Rebels may pop up in this show.
Okay.
I'd be super into that.
Yep.
Also this week we got, or actually I don't know if this was this week or it might have been just before we recorded last week. But we forgot about it. A trailer for a new Netflix movie called Triple Frontier, which I felt flew really under the radar and has a lot of people in it.
That you know.
It's got Ben Affleck, Garrett Hedlund, Charlie Hunnam, who's essentially the same person, Pedro Pascal, and Oscar Isaacs. And it's kind of like a...
Even Oscar Isaacs and Pedro Pascal are kind of replaceable in the
oh, no. Oscar Isaacs is substantially more handsome.
He's better, but I feel like they have the same similar roles.
That's racist as shit.
I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about, I feel like they both kind of play these like charming, morally questionable.
That's fair.
Somewhat like just mysterious, exotic guys.
Yeah. See? Racist.
Not exotic in the way they look.
But it looks like these is like, kind of they're all military, like special forces kind of guys who are disillusioned to how they were treated and decided to go in for a big score, like an illicit stealing from the cartel kind of thing. I don't know. It looks whatever, but too many people in it for like just this random ass Netflix movie.
It looks bad. Did you see the trailer?
I had not heard of it before I sat down here. I know that Charlie Hunnam is not the mark of quality.
To be fair, he's not starring. He's not like the lead, but he is.
Ben Affleck does have a history with like heist stuff, so that could be cool. What
other ones does he have besides The Town?
He's kind of in Smoking Aces for a little bit.
That's true.
But he doesn't steal anything.
He doesn't.
I think Reindeer Games was a heist movie.
That is. Fair enough.
Oscar Isaac is usually pretty good, so it's like one of those things where it just seems like it could go either way. Why is it going straight till Netflix, or is that just what you do now when you're not a superhero or a Star Wars?
Yeah.
All right, on.
I think it is, but you guys remember that movie from a few years ago that had like nothing but Navy SEALs actually in it? It was like a Navy SEAL movie.
Yes, I do remember.
This looks like, oddly enough, a worse version of that.
Right.
That seems difficult to imagine.
That movie was so bad.
Wasn't that Clint Eastwood?
No. This was like made by the stunt guys from like Triple X, and then they actually got like Navy SEAL guys.
Oh shit, I'm getting confused.
I think you're thinking of Clint Eastwood's Train movie.
I am thinking of that one.
Yeah, that was bad too.
Is that not the
These
same
are both
movie?
real bad movies.
No, I do think those are actual like military guys in that movie, but this movie I'm talking about, it was made by I'm pretty sure it's by the stunt guys from like Crank or something bad. Made a movie with actual SEAL team members in it. Like they didn't necessarily play themselves, but they kind of played themselves.
Yeah, I remember it because they really tried to capitalize off of American Sniper's, sort of success, and they didn't.
No, it was very bad. But this actually looks worse than that because at least those guys knew what they were doing.
I feel like Ben Affleck may be entering like that Nicolas Cage, phase of his career. Is there's a paycheck? Yep, I'll be there.
Man, it's so sad because he really was like knocking it out of the park there for a while.
He's got some personal things going on that seem to be.
I feel like we've moved past those, but I guess not.
Maybe. In honor of Ian, despite the fact that he is not here, we have to mention the fact that there was a trailer for the Downton Abbey movie. I've never watched the show. I know a lot of people like it.
It's about a house, I think, and some people that live there. I've never watched it. Hurt?
I've never watched it. I, by and large, have no interest in watching British people suffer in quiet desperation.
I know that's the thing. Everyone I know who's ever watched it says it's amazing.
Yeah,
but I can just never get myself over that initial hump.
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is good, but I've never ventured.
Yeah, I can't do it. It looks like the most boring thing ever.
Ian, if you have more feelings, write in. We'll read them on air.
When Ian not the last time was here, but 2 times ago, he talked about Downton Abbey when they announced the movie, and his pitch for it made me want to watch it. And so then I was like, I'm going to watch Downton Abbey. And I like pull it up on, and I'm like, no. I'd rather watch YouTube videos.
That's fair. And then finally, we want to bring up something that we might have skipped over last week and that very much offended you, Hurt.
It just offended me greatly.
Tell us about Shang-Chi. What's going on there?
Okay, well, Marvel is greenlit a Shang-Chi, the Master of Kung Fu movie. And I'm super excited about this. But, let's, go back a few years. Remember when they were casting the Netflix shows that are already over? And everybody is like, well, for Danny Rand, for Iron Fist, we should get an Asian actor. And I was super opposed to it for just one reason, which is if they made him Asian, nobody would ever make a Shang-Chi movie. And Shang-Chi is like a billion times cooler than Iron Fist. But yeah, it was like a 70s comic. It was basically, it has a sort of a cool origin, which is Marvel, basically the estate of the author of Fu Manchu. You guys know the pulp villain Fu Manchu came to Marvel and say, hey, we'll license this to you for practically nothing. Do you want it? And they pitched it to a few of the writers, and one of the writers came up with the idea of creating a sort of Bruce Lee-esque kung fu character that's Fu Manchu's son. And it was hugely successful, and it ran, about 100 or so issues. Where it was already sort of tied into Fu Manchu, they kind of did a lot of stuff with it where they would do like wink-nod characters. Like he had a sort of ongoing associate named Clive Reston who was heavily implied to be James Bond's son and Sherlock Holmes' great-grandson. So it was just a really cool comic, and I always wanted to see it as a movie. And the fact that they've greenlit it, I never thought it would happen, so I'm super excited about it.
I mean, it sounds awesome.
It sounds cool. I've never heard of it.
I had heard about it just because I knew that there was 2 kung fu comics coming out of Marvel at the same time. Well, and now that Iron Fist has crashed and burned, I feel like this is a great opportunity for it.
Does he have nunchucks?
I'm sure he's used nunchucks before, but he part of the reason he got shelved for so long is they lost the rights to Fu Manchu. So it had that connection, so they just kind of put him on the shelf. So now when he shows up, they still make reference to his father, but they never name him and stuff that. But yeah, and he, again, he was sort of based on the Enter the Dragon Bruce Lee character, but nowadays when he's in comics, they just straight up draw him to look like Bruce Lee. So, but yeah, it's a cool comic.
Who would you want to play?
Man, I don't have a clue. I really don't. And I think that's kind of cool. I can't, right off the top of my head, think of someone I think is cool enough to play Shang-Chi.
I mean, I just think of the guy who played Bruce Lee in that it's not that recent anymore. It was like the Enter the Dragon movie, or it was
the movie about the movie.
Yeah. It was about Bruce Lee's life and
I was gonna say, even though I don't know really who he is, I'm assuming the guy who's playing Bruce Lee in the new Tarantino movie has got to be option number one.
That's a fair point, actually.
Isn't someone like playing Steve McQueen in the new Tarantino movie? Because there was
They're
a guy,
all like Hollywood actors.
Because there was a guy in that Bruce Lee movie you were talking about that was supposed to be Steve McQueen, but they didn't call him Steve McQueen for whatever reason.
So cool.
Yep.
So I think that's it for the news this week. Thank you guys for listening. Please rate and subscribe and tell your friends about the show. If you want to get in touch with us, you can reach us at betterthantransformers@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and Facebook at RealPhonies. Thanks to Zach Evans for art and Brian Valaxis for our theme. We'll see you guys a little later this week.